Did you know that 1 billion Valentine's Day cards are exchanged each year?
Really? How many did you get?
None.
Oh. Well, lucky for you, tomorrow is Singles Awareness Day.
Welcome to MSU Tonight. I'm Nathan Dunn.
And I'm Nicole Albert.
This week, we'll look at potential parking changes, a recap of MSU's basketball game, and advances in higher education.
All right here on Hot Topics. On January 29th, the Murray State Parking Office sent out a parking survey to all students and faculty. The survey suggested the possibility of a new parking permit system where students could pay more money for premium or reserve parking. Reporter Tyler Covington has the story for us.
Recently, the Murray State Parking Office sent out a school-wide survey about a possible multi-tier parking permit system.
The intent of the parking survey is really to solicit opinions and thoughts and feedback, which is obviously very important in terms of getting in touch with our campus community. That's certainly students, faculty, and staff, just to assess their thoughts and opinions specific to parking.
The survey listed options of having reserved parking spots or premium parking zones. The price is listed from $200 to $800, at least double the current permit prices. Will Stewart, Jr., is uncertain about what the outcome would be.
After taking the survey, I just was really disappointed. At first, I kind of had some hope that Murray State's parking office was actually going to try to make some good changes, and it seems like every idea they had was just silly and would only make the situation worse than it already is. It seems like the whole parking industry is already a big revenue for them, and this whole situation is just a nice way of them trying to get more money.
Annual revenue generated from parking is roughly around $960,000. That's inclusive of parking citations, parking permits, passes, etc. But that revenue goes in a lot of directions, specific in parking to maintaining the lots, making sure lighting's accurate and safe and secure.
Sean Tooney encourages students to stay informed and stay involved.
We're just appreciative of everyone from the campus community who's just taken the few minutes out of their busy schedule to respond to the parking survey and just express their thoughts and opinions. That's important to get the feedback from the campus community.
Tyler Covington, MSU 11.
It was a pretty successful weekend for both of the Racers basketball teams. The Murray State women's basketball team defeated the Austin Peay Lady Governors in a close game this past Saturday. A final score of 62-67 gave the Murray State a hard-fought victory. The Racers' leading scorer of the season, Keishana James, scored 28 points, collected 8 rebounds, and played 40 minutes of the game. This is the Racers' 5th consecutive home win against the Austin Peay Lady Governors. The Racers haven't lost against Austin Peay at a home game since the 2011 season. Their next game is this next Wednesday, the 15th at 6 p.m., where they are set to face against Eastern Illinois. The Murray State men's team had a blowout win against the Austin Peay on Saturday. A final score of 102-58 gave the Racers the easy win. Terrell Miller scored 22 points on that night, but was one of the 8 Racers to score in double figures on that Saturday. The next game for the men's team is this next Thursday night, the 16th at 6 p.m. The Racers will play SIUE, and that game will be streamed on ESPNU.
Just yesterday, students from across Kentucky rallied in Frankfort, Kentucky at the Capitol Rotunda as part of a 2-stage plan to defend higher education. After years of budget cuts to higher education and funds being diverted away from need-based scholarships, student body presidents from Kentucky's public universities plan to rally in addition to creating a petition in support of higher education. The combination of rising tuition and decreased need-based scholarships has made it increasingly difficult for students to afford higher education. As Christina Arnold of Bowling Green commented on the petition, access to public higher education should be a right in Kentucky, not limited to those who by luck of birth have families that can afford to send their children to college. Participants of the rally seek to prioritize education in Kentucky by ending budget cuts and ensuring that funds allotted to need-based scholarships are used for need-based scholarships. Though the rally has passed, if you wish, you can still sign the petition, which will be delivered to Governor Matt Bevin, the Kentucky State Senate, and the Kentucky State House by going to the website on the screen.
Last week, February 8th, one of the MSU 11 reporters took a visit to the Office of Multicultural Affairs, seeking a better understanding for what the center offers to students as well as the learning personal goals of the office, along with their events and other programs they offer. We found out that the office's main goal is to close the gap in educational achievement by bringing retention and graduation rates for multicultural students, especially African Americans and Hispanics, equivalent to the student body as a whole. This is a great place for diverse students to come and feel a little bit more guided. To find out more about specific groups and all the sorts of scholar programs, you can visit the Murray State Office of Multicultural Affairs, which the website is located on Murray State's main page, murraystate.edu. If this is something that strikes your interest, take a trip down to the main office, which is located on the first floor of the Kerr Center. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with a special guest interview with Mike Carrick from MCF.
And later in the show, our own Rebecca Mosella hits the streets to find out what the MSU community is up to for Valentine's Day.
Welcome back to MSU Tonight. Today we have Mike Carrick from Murray Christian Fellowship to come and talk with us about what exactly MCF does. Now, before we go into what they all do, what is the history behind MCF?
Murray Christian Fellowship's a really neat indigenous campus ministry at Murray State University. I say that because in the late 1960s, there were some students just like you, your age, said we need a campus ministry. And so they contacted some local churches and said, hey, can we do this? And they did. And the exciting thing about it is in 2018, we're going to have our 50th anniversary.
Are you going to bring some alumni over? And
during the homecoming weekend, we're going to have a float in the parade, and it's going to be a really fun time. There's probably been over 500 students from Murray State graduated and gone through the MCF house. So it's a pretty long history.
Okay. Dang,
you didn't realize that, did you?
I had no idea. I've been going there for about 2 years. Had no idea that there's such a long history behind
50 years.
Where exactly is MCF? Where is the house located?
Yeah, I'm glad you said the house because that's something that we really kind of center our identity around. At the beginning, we were called His House, and they met downtown in Murray, in the city of Murray. But there were a couple of Murray State professors who knew about our campus ministry, really appreciated it, wanted to support it, and so they sold their two homes on Chestnut Street, right across from Public Safety, to the ministry, and that's where we have not only the campus house, but the girls' house. The neat thing about the girls' house is it used to be Life House. You see this running theme of house and home here. Yeah, Life House Pregnancy Center that's here in Murray. That's one of the ways that we have reached out to this community. Was originally at what we call the girls' house now, and now it's housing for Murray State female students.
We all meet at the men's house for.
We do meet at the campus house.
Yeah. So, when do you guys meet usually?
Our typical week is Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7. Sunday nights are kind of intense, go into our faith, studying Scripture, the Bible, just Christian ethic and philosophy. We kind of deal with what people are studying in classes and how does that fit the Christian worldview. Wednesday night's a little bit more of an outreach to just your general Murray State populate. You know, the students that come in, we do something we call synergy. So we'll have your classic Christian worship time with contemporary praise chorus songs, and I'll do a sermon and sometimes some interactive kind of icebreakers. And then Friday nights are our Friday night event. Call it the FNE, which could be kind of dangerous. But,
little on the nose there.
It's really fun, though, because we've had times where we've pulled pranks on other campus ministries. We've watched movies out on the house. I mean, it's just college life and from a Christian perspective.
I remember last year for one of those Friday night events, we took toilet paper and just set it outside the Chi Alpha for TPing. And
instead of unrolling the toilet paper and wasting it, we decided to give them a gift of toilet paper.
That's right.
And we toilet papered their home. It was really fun.
So you mentioned on Wednesdays you guys do something called Synergy. Where do you guys usually, like, what part of the Bible do you guys usually cover during that time? Is it specific per semester?
Yeah, each year, actually, each school year has its like own theme. This year is pretty neat because we're looking back at how we're called a child of God, and so what can we learn from our childhood, our faith as children who may have grown up in the church or may not have? What can we learn from the things that we learned in kindergarten, and how does that apply to the Christian walk? I'm excited. Like tomorrow night, we're going to be talking about put back and clean up. You know, it's that classic responsibility that you're taught growing up. And what does that mean from a Christian perspective? So.
And I remember it was either last semester or the semester beforehand, you actually performed a baptism for Maria. She's one of the members of our society, fellowship here. Do you do a lot of baptisms very often?
It kind of depends on, you know, as the students come in. You know, there are some years where some students are less churched, as I like to say. You know, they haven't grown up in the church, and so their faith is starting out brand new, and they're making those first-time public confessions of Jesus as their Lord, and so they want to seal it, you know, with an act of obedience in baptism. Others, it's a lot of students come in already churched, you know, is what I say. Maybe they're coming in underneath their parents' faith, but it's really a time for them to take ownership of their own faith. That's what this college year is about. Okay. So it really kind of depends on the students, you know.
All right, so now all fellowships have their own little unique twist to them. Yeah. So what would you say would be like a unique twist that MCF is like? This is these hooligans.
Oh wow, hooligans! That's a hard word. I think Murray Christian Fellowship has a real genuine heart to care for people, and I think that's probably one of our strengths is that we really want to be in relationship with one another. We want to go deep in our friendships. The people that go through Murray State and get a degree and are part of Murray Christian Fellowship usually stay friends for life. I don't know how many weddings I've done in the last 10 years that I've been here, and it's really amazing to see the depth of friendship that comes out of that. I think other campus ministries and other social groups on campus have the same thing. Ours, just because we are a little bit smaller of a group, we have a little bit more intimacy within our sharing life together. You know, we really do support each other during the hard times. We do really celebrate, you know, birthdays and all sorts of other fun life celebrations together. It's really good.
I always like coming around during birthdays.
Yeah.
You guys have cupcakes and stuff.
They're great.
It's so tasty. So what activities do you guys like to do? Do you guys do bonfires, mission trips?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much it's the standard college campus ministry life. We do service trips or mission trips. We try to do like a 3-year cycle on that where we'll go out to a Navajo reservation in Arizona. We'll try to do something out of the country the next year. And this semester, we're going to be doing an inner city trip in Louisville. So it's kind of neat to show that students right there in your own backyard, there are mission opportunities. And then we'll just cycle through that again, and some of the things might change. We do retreats a couple times a year. It's always good to get away from campus and just kind of relax and get to know each other a little bit better, maybe go a little bit deeper.
Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for coming in. For those who are interested, MCF meets at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays at the MCF House.
Welcome to Chalk Talk. Tonight we'll be reviewing Poppy's Chocolate, the hot new chocolate shop in town that you'll probably regret not visiting before Valentine's Day.
All right, so before we start digging into this chocolate, what's some history behind maybe Chalk Talk, or not history behind Poppy's?
Well, Poppy's was actually kind of founded based around a mission trip. Something they do, we didn't get a sample, is their coffee from Honduras.
So this is the tiger butter, I believe, is what this one is flavor right here. So we're gonna try this one out.
It's swirled white chocolate, milk chocolate, and peanut butter. Is that good?
It actually is really good. It has a very, I guess, like a Reese's cup kind of texture to it. So yeah, that was really tasty right there. I'm gonna finish that one later.
I would say better than a Reese's Cup because it's got a real peanut butter flavor versus anything kind of artificial.
It's very rich. Like it could it's a very rich flavor to it. Like it's like I need water after I drink that kind of stuff right there.
Hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah.
But moving on, we've also got some toffee, which this is
Ooh.
actually
Try
an
that real
old
quick.
family recipe. So there you can try that
Ooh.
one.
All right. So I've never actually had toffee before. This is gonna be really interesting.
This is actually like super cool. They make their caramel from scratch in-house. So everything about it, it's all natural. It's all made from scratch. So
Cheers.
cheers. That is perfect. What do you think?
Hold on.
It's so good, he's speechless.
That's right. Knocked the words right out of my mouth there. So what's this next one? It looks like some kind of chocolate bar type thing. What exactly?
That is actually their chocolate covered honeycomb.
Oh.
And I don't know about you, but I have heard nothing but good things about that.
Here we go. Let me dig one of these out right here. There you go.
Sure.
One for you.
Thank you.
And this is a big piece of chocolate. Like, my goodness. This. Ooh.
Well, if it's as good as everyone says, then the more the merrier. So,
All right.
cheers.
Cheers. Mmm.
Very chewy.
Very, very chewy. My goodness.
How would you describe that texture? Like,
It was a lot of very chewy. It's like kind of like a Tootsie Roll in a way.
kind of a little bit similar to the toffee.
So what's this? Do you want to move on to the fudge? You want to try more chocolate here? Which one do
I
you want to
think
move
we
on
should
to?
save the fudge for last. I think that's very special.
All right. So I'm still chewing the honeycomb thing. This thing is chewy.
It's so good though. So up next we've got chocolate turtles. Again, like these are made by Poppies. Something we should mention is like all of their chocolate is made in-house with the exception of their sugar-free candies, and those do come kind of pre-packaged. So
All right.
cheers.
Cheers again. Once again with the cheers.
That is so
Is
good.
turtles, is that pecan or what?
I do believe that's walnut in there.
Walnut? Okay, I've never actually tried the turtles before, so. It's really, really good right there. Let's see. What else is there?
I think that's just more turtles. So we
Oh,
can
more
move
turtles
on
right
to the fudge.
Let's move on to the fudge, the final piece. So right here we have actually coffee, and I believe the second one is a peanut butter. So we'll split it. Which one do you want, the coffee or the peanut butter?
Well, we can try both.
All right.
We're friends here.
Here we go.
And this is another thing that Poppies is recently becoming really popular for is, again, they make all of their own fudge. They kind of switch it up like every day or however often as to what flavors you can find. So if you find something you like, it's really good to get in there and get it while you can. So do you want to try the espresso fudge first?
Yeah, sure. Let's try. I'm gonna try that one out.
Okay.
All right. Haven't had fudge in a while. Ooh, coffee.
Yeah, the coffee flavor definitely comes through a lot, but it's not overpowering.
Like it's not like a tiramisu. It just hits you right in the face with. This is just sort of like the coffee just sort of glides in, and it's very nice. So what is the second one? Is this a peanut butter? What is the second one again?
I think it was a peanut butter.
Okay. So I really like the texture of that the toffee, like the coffee one. It was really very smooth. I hope this one's the same way. Let's see.
I'm sure it will be.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
And again, like another great piece of fudge from Poppy's Chocolates. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for today, so yeah.
All right. We'll be right back on MSU Tonight. Welcome back. Earlier this week, our very own Rebecca Mozella walked the streets to find out exactly about VD. That's Valentine's Day. What were you thinking?
What's up? It's Rebecca. I'm out here on the streets of Murray asking people what they're doing tomorrow on Valentine's Day. So we're going to see what kind of answers we can get from people. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, me too. Are you going to watch any like Valentine's Day movies or anything?
Probably not.
What about Twilight?
I might. I'll think about it.
Edward or Jacob?
Jacob.
Okay, I like Carlisle the best because I have a thing for dads, so. Okay.
Alright.
You have any cool Xbox games you're going to play tomorrow night? Because I know you don't have anything else going on.
NHL 17. Anyone want to play? I'll be at Hester Residential College.
I told you.
Oh, it's a Valentine's Day present from my mom. It's a card.
Yeah, that's the only presents I get from too. Yeah, my mom. Hey, you want some chocolate?
Yes.
Go ahead, girl. Pick you one.
Pick only one.
Yep.
I don't get the whole box.
Go for it. Oh. That's the orange one. So, nope. Okay.
I'm probably going to take my girlfriend out to dinner, more than likely.
Which one?
Um,
Hit him up at Hester College to play video games, guys. And girls, he's single.
I am.
she just wants me to go to McDonald's and get chicken nuggets and also go buy candy in a heart and pour out all the chocolate from the heart and put chicken nuggets in it.
Calling all couples.
Well, that was surely interesting.
It sure was. Well, that's all we have time for tonight. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next Tuesday at 5 on MSU TV 11 or find us on YouTube at youtube.com/MSU Tonight.